let's see what has been happening in Mars Corp fight. We're gonna review the end of the second round. So there are 16 corps left after this, and a lot of surprises in this one, to be honest. Starting with this one, Inventrix beat Terractor. Now, which one's better? Clearly went for Terractor, and I agree, 85%. Fun one for Inventrix. Honestly, Inventrix was my favorite corp of the first 12. I'm not sure if that holds up, but when there were only 12, it was my favorite because I just wanted to get like animals and microbes early. That was my thing. So yeah, maybe Mining Guild could be my favorite now. Honestly, I think I enjoy Mining Guild more of those first 12, or Saturn. But I do think it's fun, so it's fine. Now, the one that I didn't expect Inventrix to win was Design, because Inventrix is a bit of a mess. Because it's a science tag and cards, which leans engine, not a lot of money, I mean slightly above average, 45, and an ability that really leans rushing, because I think the key thing here is to play things like algae or kelp farming really early, right? Those are the cards where you're going to get an advantage. A really big advantage. So those two in particular, I think that's the Inventrix combo. So it's not really a great design in my opinion. I feel like, yeah, that's a science ability. It's a science card that does it too, but science really aligns better with engine. So a Terractor is great design. It's just a rich corp with like discount on the cards and make you richer. So it's, I mean, it's simple but elegant. You know, so I did not expect Inventrix to take this at all, and yeah, it upset Terractor 2-1. And even though I agree with maybe the fun one, pretty close, Terractor is the better one, but not this one. But anyway, moving on, we have a very close one. Lakefront versus Arcadian, and this was one of the most, like the closest one we've had, because we had a tie on better design, 50-50, and then Lakefront took which one is better, and Arcadian took which one is more fun. Of course, which one is better had more votes, and Lakefront had a bigger percentage, so it had more overall votes. You can do the math on that. You know, you have votes, numbers, and percentages, but yeah, Lakefront won, and yeah, yeah, what did I think about this one? Better design, I would go with it's tough because they're both good design. I really wanted an Ocean Corp, and I think this is sort of an Ocean Corp. I mean, it's a play next to Oceans Corp, but also plays Oceans Corp, so that's good. And Arcadian is just an annoying, unique corp, which I do like the design. I think it brings something really unique to the game. On fun, I don't like playing against it. That's the one thing. It is very bothersome to play against it. But I guess that's not really the question. And on which one is better, I think Lakefront is better, which is the truth. So I don't know. Maybe I would have leaned fun Lakefront too. In better design, I'm fine with it as a tie, but yeah, Lakefront takes it. Sad for Arcadian, very close loss. Next we had Palladin versus Saturn, and I really expected Saturn to win this one, but yeah, and I messed up in this one because I asked for fun twice the first time. So, and then Saturn actually didn't win 3-0, 1-2-1, but it did win. I expected Paladin to win because I think a lot of good players like Paladin as one of the new corps. And so, in which one is better? It's definitely not Saturn for most people, I think, or most like high-ranked players. Because this Paladin ability is really good. I didn't expect to go this way. I actually voted Paladin here. More fun Saturn. Like I said, it's one of my favorite original Corp games. I don't like Temperature that much, as you guys know, so I do like Saturn more. And the Jovian thing. Jovians are, everyone loves the Jovians, right? And then better design. I actually think Palladin is really good design, but I guess I like Saturn a little better because it's a good Jovian Corp and it's a fine, like it's smart that it blocks other players like from using Jovian, so it makes it so that you mostly block them but not use them as much early, to an extent. I mean, you're not gonna stop playing IO because they get one production if you want to go Jovian too, but you are definitely not gonna play some other Jovian cards, a lot of Jovian cards against it because it's not good. But yeah, Saturn won 2-1, it wasn't 3-0. I think they were leading and it flipped when I took the screenshot and didn't realize. Then we had Nirgal versus Recyclon. And Nirgal won on a sweep 3-0, and Nirgal is sort of the surprise entry in the round of 16 so far. There's a few of those, but I mean, Recyclon would have been a surprise too, to be honest. Like, neither is very popular. Better design, I like Recyclon a lot more than I like Nirgal design. Nirgal is weird. So yeah, it's just like you get things for milestones and free milestones, but I don't know. I was never a big fan of it. Whereas Recyclon, I really like it, that you play building tax and get plant production with it. I think that's a really creative corporation. For which one is better, I do think probably Nirgal. A lot of people think it's weak, but honestly, if you use the milestones and awards right, I think it's decent. And Recycling is weak, right? So, I don't think either is broken, but Recycling is weaker to me. And more fun, again, here I would have, I voted Recyclon, I would have leaned Recyclon. But yeah, no, Nirgal won. I don't think Nirgal's fun at all. Like, you get some production, some tax, and then you get to do these things for free. But it's not fun. Recycling is way more fun to me, but fun is relative. So yeah, another surprise for me here. But yeah, moving on. Okay, Thorgate, Manutech, and this was ugly. Better. I did expect Manutech to take 100% of the votes. Better design. I disagree here. If Manutech is broken, so I voted Thorgate. Like, it's not good design if it needs, most players thinks it should be banned, right? And even though Thorgate is very weak, Colony sort of saved it, so for design, I'll give it to Manutech. So Thorgate, sorry. And fun, yeah, it's Manutech, even though it's really fun just destroying your opponent, so I guess Manutech is fun. Like, I don't mind playing it at all. I just mind playing against it. So, and Thorgate is not that fun. It is with colonies, but only with colonies. Manutech is always fun. So yeah, 3-0, moving on. So Philares, Viron, and thank you guys for keeping Viron in it. I was really passionate about it winning, but it won easy, really. I didn't have problems. Better design, Philares won. I think Philares is very good design. I think, again, Viron is very, like, simple but good, like sort of like Terractor. It's just a corp that does this one thing and nothing else does it. So I do like Viron's design a lot. Viron does win better, which is where I expected to have some troubles, because honestly, if you don't get a Dappy card on your opening hand with Viron, you often feel like it's not worth it, and you're often right, even though I have a video where there's basically a risk you can take sometimes against some other corps. And then Philares, it can be really annoying, like giving free resources to them and then just getting all up in your ground game can be really annoying. Although for 1v1, if their player goes Ingen, then Philares becomes very, very useless, right? So it's also situational, right? And more fun, I'm obviously with Viron. I think Philares is fun too, but I'm obviously with Viron because it's the most fun I've ever had. Moving on. Okay, next up we had Spire versus UNMI. And Spire to me is like the other surprise. It's one of the new corps, which they are usually a lot less popular. So yeah, I didn't expect it to make it this far, but I guess it ran into a weak corp that people generally don't like. And again, which one's better? Yeah, probably Spire. I haven't played that much with it. I think UNMI is a little underrated, but even then, I would probably link Spire. Better design. I guess when you make a corp very weak, it's not great design, so you gotta, take some points there. I don't like Spire's design at all, though. It's again, I don't like the standard project thing as the two tag ability. I love the two tag thing, but I don't like that it's only for standard projects. So I give my vote to UNMI. I can see what you were trying to do with UNMI. They just it just needs a little buffing. Spire is just like I wouldn't have to change it entirely to make it something I like. And then more fun. Again, I actually like playing UNMI. It's quite a struggle to figure out how to get those early terraforms every turn, but it's more fun than getting a couple of free standard projects. So even though putting resources every time you play two tags is fun. So, but yeah, here I voted UNMI on these two, and it lost 3-0. It wasn't asking. And finally, for the final battle of round 2, Ecotec and Celestic, and Ecotec wins 2-1. So Ecotec won the better, which is hard for me to say. Again, with the new ones, I haven't played them as much, and your opinion can easily change there. And Celestic, Celestic's not too strong, but it is synergic, so it can be good. Better design. I actually like Celestic better. I feel like Ecotec, I insist you could have given them the animal, and I would have been a lot happier, but Celestic did win that one. And more fun, I lean Celestic. I like Philares a little more. And if you have given Ecotec the animals, it's viral enhancers, and then it's really fun. And I can see me being really happy with these and Merger and Arclight and Ecozone and double viral enhancers and stuff like that. But yeah, I do like Celestic a little more. I like that it draws you the cards. So Ecotech just feels like a watered down viral enhancers. So yeah, but they win 2-1. So let's move on to see how everything did on round 2. Alright, so here we have the draw for the next one. I'm going to talk a little about how each expansion did, but I would say my surprise corporations are definitely Nirgal and Spire. Spire got spliced in UNMI, but it has won too. And Nirgal, Recyclon, and Terralab, so 2 weaker corps, but I didn't expect it to beat Recyclon. Yeah, Manutech is just tearing through things. Ecotec. Lakefront, I feel, has beaten 2 really strong ones, so a good performance. Same with Inventrix. He took down Chunqing and Terractor. I didn't expect it to win either, really, because I think people like Chunqing better than Inventrix, but I guess like me, they find it fun. I just don't vote for it in design, so yeah. Pharmacy Union, we discussed that last time. It's like the another one that I'm shocked is here, especially beating Poseidon and Utopia, which I think are kind of popular actually. So very good. Valley Trust. Let's not talk about Aridor. And then Mons Insurance. Again, it took down Credit Corp. Credit Corp and Terractor both fell in the second round. I did not expect that. Mons Insurance, one of the toughest paths. The other one with a very tough path is Priester. And it's just beating Engine Corps left and right, which I love because Priester is probably my 3rd favorite. So Viron, Morningstar, and now it's going against Mons Insurance. Ecoline against Septem, that's going to be fun. And then Point Luna and Tycho. Well, that already happened. Point Luna won. But, yeah. But anyway, let's analyze a little what happened in each expansion. Alright, so let's talk about how each group of corporations did, and the ones that took the bigger losses was the base game corps. They had a lot of success in the first round. They lost everything on the second round. There were 9 that passed or got a bye in the first round. and of those 7 lost. So, sorry, there were 10. Only Mining Guild and Cinematics had lost in the first round, but they went 3-7 in the second round with only Ecoline, which beat Tharsis, so it played against itself. Inventrix, which built Terractor, so that was kind of it. The thing too, like they also played against themselves a little bit, and then Saturn, which you gotta buy in the first one, but those are the only ones that made it from the base game, so only 3 out of 12 remain, so they did really poorly. Then Venus, which lost, did really good, because they went, I think, they went 3-0 in the first round with Celestic, Viron, and Manutech all winning. And MSI got a bye, Aphrodite lost. But in this round they went 2-2, MSI and Celestic lost, the Venus Corps, and then only the non-Venus Corps remained, Viron and Manutech, but still, 2 out of 5 is a pretty good record. Point Luna, which went, Prelude, which went like 0-3, I think. No, Valley Trust won. They went 1-3 in the first round, and Point Luna got the bye. They went 2-0. Valley Trust and Point Luna both made it, so really good round for Prelude Corps. Colonies finished dying. I knew this was gonna happen. They went 0-4 in the first round, and Starcraft got the bye, but they went against Point Luna, so yeah, they're out. Colonies, one of the most popular expansions, is the first one completely eliminated. And they do have some weak corps, but I thought Ardor and Arclight would make it further. And then Trommel is doing really good. They went 3-1. Priester, Septum, and Lakefront all won. And they're all, because they're all, none of them got a bye, right? Septum, Priester, and Lakefront, So they went 3-1 in the first one, and they went 3-1 in the second one. Utopia is the only one to lose. And they had gotten a bye on the first round, so 3-1 and 3-1. Very good record for Turmoil. Kind of a surprise to me was Prelude 2, which went again 3-1. So Ecotec, which had gotten a bye, Nirgal, which is somehow here, and Spire, which is also somehow here, all won. Palladin Shipping, which had one lost. So in the first round they won 3-1, and they won 3-1 again. Only Sagita won in the first round, lost in the first round, and only Palladin in the second. So kind of the surprise. And then the other ones that had a lot of losses were the promo corps, which you kind of expect because they're a little weirder. So the ones remaining are Pharmacy Union, which is sort of a surprise, Mons and Tycho. I already know Tycho loses. Mons has a tough match this week, and Pharmacy goes against Valley Trust, so I fully expect them to be vanquished now from the tournament. They're probably the next to fall, but anyone really at this point can fall because there's going to be 8 left. And we're already not knowing Luna made it, so. But and they lost 4. They lost Recyclon, Arcadian, Factorum, and Philares. So I feel like they're stronger contender was Tycho and Arcadian, and they're both down. So that's it. A bit surprising the way it went. I didn't expect that many base game corps to fall because they're ones that people most play, and if you had told me only 2 remain, I would have bet Terractor and Credicore. Sorry, 3. And maybe Ecoline. Ecoline is really popular, but not Inventrix and Saturn systems. I guess people like Jovians, which I like too. And Saturn has a very good chance of making it because it goes against Nirgal, right? So I don't think Nirgal makes this. Inventrix goes against who? Lakefront. That's, I don't know. It's been killing strong corps. Inventrix, it killed Terractor, it killed Changxing. So clearly people find it fun and like the design. So maybe. And the strongest ones right now, Turmoil and Prelude 2. We'll see if that continues, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Mars Corp fight review. And see you next time.